the cheapest option. You're good with this one. Oh, this is your favorite.
Effective rate is not usually a made-up number.
Oh, oh la la.
My name is Hussein, and I'm a payment expert here at Sekure.
Good morning. My name is Quinn, and I am also a payment expert here at Sekure. Statement fees are non-negotiable.
Statement fees are non-negotiable can go under two categories. With your statement, you have different pricing structures. There are some fees that goes to Visa and MasterCard and American Express, which are the card brand. Both are non-negotiable, but we are here to negotiate the fees that you pay in the process.
Correct. Non-negotiable fees are set by the card brands, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Those are non-negotiable. The only fees that we can negotiate are processing fees.
Clean statements are always better than detailed ones.
False. If I was a business, I would like to know exactly where all my money is going. So I don't mind if there's line for line 6 pages of fees and how much I'm paying. I would like to see a detailed processing statement of all the card brand fees, PCR compliant, any monthly fees, any annual fees. And also, I would like to know of any future rate increases or any future billing that might happen in the next few months, such as card brand increases. So any details, any special notes that would benefit me as a business owner, I'm definitely open to read them. So I feel that detailed statements are better than clean statements. Flat rate pricing is always the cheapest option. I guess for me, it depends what kind of business it is. If it's an online business that's processing through e-commerce or 0% swipe, or they don't swipe most of their transactions and the card brand fees can be higher, I feel a flat rate is always better. But no, it's not always the cheapest option, because if most of your credit card transactions are card present, where the card brand fees are lower because it's a safer transaction, then simplified pricing or an interchange plus pricing may always be the cheaper option, especially when it comes to volume. If you're processing more volume month to month and you see that your volume increases, flat rate might end up costing you more in the future. So it's always depending on your business type and how you process credit cards. But false, flat rate is not always a cheaper option.
Small monthly fees don't really matter.
Depending on what small monthly fees you're talking about, but yeah, small monthly fees that go unnoticed can definitely matter because they add up. $9.95 a month monthly fee that you don't notice is $120 a year, right? $9.95 monthly fee that you don't notice for 36 months is over $300, right? So yeah, small monthly fees do matter, especially if we don't need them. Always best idea to go over your statement every month, and if ever you see something that you shouldn't be paying or that you're not aware of, get those off of the statement. If most customers pay debit, flat rates still make sense.
No, completely false, because for debit card transactions, the money is coming straight from their checking account. They're not getting, the customer is not getting any reward points or air miles or cash back when they're using their debit card. So the cost of running a debit card is very cheap. So that's why if our merchant is telling us that he doesn't take a lot of credit cards, his customers mainly pay him with a debit card, I wouldn't recommend him going on a flat pricing, because he would be overpaying. Instead, I would tell him, I'm gonna put you on a plan where you're gonna pay the cost of the debit card and you're gonna pay the processor only a swipe per transaction fee. But this is completely false.
PIN debit.
PIN debit.
So PIN debit, when you enter your PIN into the credit card terminal, when you're on a debit transaction, you get extremely low interchange card brand fees because it's on a different network than credit cards. And PIN debit network has the absolute lowest fees because it's the safest transaction. So PIN debit is cheaper.
Okay, let's go. If the rate sounds good, it probably is.
Yeah, of course. If I'm offered a rate that sounds good, it probably is. But you'll only know how good a rate is 3-4 months down the line when you check your actual cost and you check your effective rate to see if that's the actual rate that you're getting. It's always important to review merchant service agreements that you signed, review the rates and fees that you're signing for. And it's also extremely important to follow up on your statements to make sure that you're getting that rate. Because a lot of the times you're misled. A lot of sales reps are offering you teaser rates that look good up front, but in the next 3 months, they increase. A lot of the times they increase so specifically that the company makes up for lost revenue that they would lose by saving you that savings in the first place. So it's always good that the rate's probably good up front when you sign for it, but a lot of the times it does increase in the next 2 to 3 months for sure.
True. That's why it's a great idea, as Quinn mentioned, to always keep an eye on your merchant processing circuit at the end of the month, because rates do go up. But that's also another benefit of working with secure merchants, is that we offer our merchants the rate security guarantee, where we ensure that the rates don't go up.
PCI fees are unavoidable.
False. Because with PCI fees, if I put my merchant on a flat rate pricing, not only if I put him on a flat rate pricing, a benefit of working here under Secure Merchants umbrella and with our partnership through North, we have a lot of pricing structures and specific type of terminals that makes your account automatically PCI compliant. So you don't have to worry about doing those self-assessment questionnaire or quarterly scans. All of those will be done automatically due to the high advanced equipment we are using. We have the top-notch equipment in the industry, and we have amazing pricing structures, which the PCI compliant fees are already included in the rate and in the term.
Correct. This is false. Basis points are just fancy percentage.
I mean, we'll talk about it's a general math knowledge. A basis point is a fraction of a percent. So 100 basis points is 1%. And I guess we didn't really make that up. Whoever invented math made that up. So it's not a fancy percentage, it's a fraction of a percent.
Effective rate is a made-up number.
Oh, this is your favorite. He's a good one with this one.
Effective rate is not usually a made-up number. What does effective rate mean by definition? Is that some merchants, they don't like to go into the details of the statement. They just care to know how much I'm paying per month. So effective rate is basically you're taking the total amount you're paying per month and dividing it by the total amount of volume you're running per month to get an overall picture on where do you stand in the industry in terms of your rates. So this is false. It's not made up. It gives you a generalized idea where do you stand in terms of rates on the account, and it's a good way to see where you stand. However, it doesn't define exactly what the processor is charging you, because inside this overall effective rate, it also includes the cost you're paying to the processor, and other sales agents can mislead you to making you feel that you're paying a lot with your processor with this effective rate. However, it's not the case, because most of this effective rate is going towards the card brands.
If someone watching remembers one thing from this, what should it be?
Don't let your statements go unnoticed. Don't just not check your statements for 2-3 years and then realize you're being overcharged and wait to call. Look at your processing statements every month, every 2 months, right? No, every month. Look at your statements every month, but really do a deep dive every 2-3 months to make sure everything's okay. If ever you're being overcharged, call your processor and read the notes at the bottom of your statement.
I totally agree, because like a processing statement, basically, you ever forget to read your bank statement? For sure not. You want to know how much you're paying. So processing statement is the same thing. You gotta see each month how much you're making money in terms of credit cards. And as Quinn mentioned, if you don't keep an eye on it and you end up being overcharged, that's gonna be your responsibility. So a good thing is to always remember to check your processing statements.
If anybody ever feels they're being overcharged and wants a free statement analysis to find out where they can cut costs and eliminate any potential overcharges or fees, feel free to call Sekure.
Please don't hesitate to reach out.
when you enter the Sekure merchant umbrella, rest assured that you will be taken care of, and we're gonna ensure you have the best rates in the industry, and you're gonna be receiving the top-notch customer service experience. And we're looking forward to hearing from you.